a titty twister, we're slashing pussy in half. Give us an upper on our best selection of pussy. This is a pussy blowout. Alright, we got white pussy, black pussy, Spanish pussy, yellow pussy. We got hot pussy, cold pussy. We got wet pussy. We got smelly pussy. We got hairy pussy, bloody pussy. We got snapping pussy. We got silk pussy, velvet pussy, nalga hide pussy. We even got horse pussy, dog pussy. Chicken pussy, come on, you want pussy? Come on in, pussy lovers. If we don't got it, you don't want it. Come on in, pussy lovers.
Hello and welcome to Just Another Horror Podcast, the podcast where three men drink beers and gripe about horror movies.
What the fuck is that about? Signal the ranger.
I did it! You gotta believe me, I did it!
When they were talking, he mouthed the word help us.
Strolling in the night, so white, wondering.
Just so everyone's aware, there will be spoilers and plenty of nasty, nasty language.
I'm not gonna drain you completely. You'll be my slave. Because I don't think you're worthy of human blood. You feed on the blood of stray dogs. You'll be my footstool. And at my command, you lick the dog shit from my boot heel.
Do you have the 2-disc DVD for Dusk Till Dawn?
No, I have the 1-disc one.
The 2-disc one, you know how normally on a special edition they'll have like special features on a second disc?
Yeah.
They put it on the first one, so I put this in and it said Full Tilt Boogie, and I'm like, what?
Wait. I do have the special edition one, and yeah.
Okay.
The 5-minute show, right, or whatever it is. It's a short.
Yeah. And I was like, did I grab the wrong DVD? Do I even own this movie? I don't know if I do.
Do your wife let you decorate horror stuff around the house?
Just this room. It used to be a different room, but we moved all the stuff down here. So
lucky.
my kid has 2 rooms. I have 1. So hi, welcome to Just Another Horror Podcast. We fired Ben, so I'm John.
Cobra.
And
Cody.
yep, special guest Cody. Today we're reviewing his pick from Dusk Till Dawn. Why did you pick this movie?
Alright, this is like one of my favorite movies. This is my first horror movie I ever watched as a kid. I guess if you even call it horror.
On IMDb, it says that it's actually not a horror. It calls it a fantasy, crime, thrill, or drama or something. But it's a horror movie. It's
It
fucking
is.
vampires.
Yeah.
I thought it was scarier than The Lost Boys, so.
You weren't born in the 80s, though, so you don't
See, I
know
didn't
that.
like the Lost Boys
you
that
don't-
much.
90s baby.
You
I'm a
don't.
90s baby.
You don't know that the lure of that 80s.
Of the sexy
awesomeness.
saxophone man?
The sexy sax man was fantastic.
Okay,
But
so
I'm in California, right next to Santa Cruz, where The Lost Boys is filmed. That's pretty cool. That whole boardwalk is real. Everything's the same.
I'm probably gonna give this a higher rating than The Lost Boys though, because they showed a lot of boob.
Yeah?
And lots of good boobs.
this movie had a lot going for it. George Clooney is out of fucking control in this movie.
A
He's
fantastic
so
actor
good.
in a horror movie.
Yeah.
He's badass.
In this first,
Tarantino's looking weird, though. I was just watching this morning. He's real strange.
Yeah, he is.
he's getting old. Hi, Garrett.
Welcome to Just Another Horror Podcast.
We asked 2 women from work if they thought George Clooney was attractive,
And they said no.
So what do you think?
No.
That's terrible. George
Wow.
Clooney is attractive.
I'm not gonna go that far, but I'm gonna say I thought women thought George Clooney was attractive.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, really. I don't find George Clooney attractive.
With the salt and pepper hair, he actually has it going on.
Yeah, he's good looking. I can say that.
Okay, fine. I'll agree this one time. Since Ben's not here to tear me down, I guess I can agree with you. To start the movie, we have a typical Tarantino dialogue scene where they're talking about a mongoloid.
Yeah, well, they even say potato head, which
Yep.
makes me think of Jason Voorhees.
I have written down Jason, yeah.
Absolutely.
So these
Nadine takes care of him.
yep, these two people have killed 8 total people.
Yeah, I believe it's 8. Yeah, the 3 cops, 4 Texas Rangers, and 2 civilians.
Good thing I wasn't Walker, Texas Ranger.
They
He may have stopped
kill
them.
him, yeah. When Tarantino's in this movie, and I don't know what you thought of this, Cody, but I thought he was kind of the weakest part of the movie. His character.
I was thinking of that too, but the reason why I think he did this, I believe he wrote it, but I think what they tried to make him do is him being the weakest part was just with such a strong role as George Clooney, just to make you like Clooney more. Like Clooney's the more dominant brother. Of course, the weak role. That's why I think the only reason why they did him so weak. I don't know. He was very. I watched this where he was very strange to me.
And he's rapey, which makes you like him even less in it.
Yeah.
Super rapey. It makes you not like him at all.
Exactly.
Not
And
like
it
the
does.
character.
It makes you pull for George even more. Which,
Yeah.
at the end, I wanted him to take Juliette Lewis with, but again, I didn't know how old she was, so I was like, maybe he's doing an okay thing
Yeah.
here.
John Saxon is in this movie for 5 seconds. I was so excited to see him, and then he was gone.
But he was a cop.
Yeah, he was
Like
a cop.
always.
We didn't get to see it, but I'm going to assume he was a smart-ass cop with smart things to say.
Was he?
That's just how John Saxon rolls.
Black Christmas John
Mm-hmm.
Saxon.
I like also that George Clooney is bossing Tarantino around in this movie, slamming his head into shit. Good.
Mhm.
Who directed this? This was Rodriguez that directed it.
Rodriguez, yeah.
Yeah, Robert.
Which is, this is way better than The Faculty.
Did he also do the
He did The Faculty, yeah, this is way
No,
better.
he didn't.
The Faculty's not terrible. I think the CGI alien shit probably ruins
I just
most
remember
of
that
it, but
bad Pink Floyd cover.
It's a
Oh.
cool. I mean, a cool teenage movie, I guess.
Yeah, I remember.
yeah, I was
watching
gonna
it and
say
thinking it
you
was
were
alright.
still real young
Yeah.
when that came
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, I was super young when it came out. I still kind of was iffy about it though. It was, I don't know.
What's your favorite horror movie of all time?
I seriously have to say From Dusk Till Dawn so far, just because of the experience. So I watched it when I was like 9. My mom and dad like made me cover my eyes through all the boobs and stuff. So I don't know. It was a good experience for me. I think it's.
This is a good pick for a favorite movie. This is a damn good movie. So-
Yeah, I guess that generation,
Mm.
like our favorite movies are 80s. Mine is. What's your favorite movie? Jaws.
Jaws.
So
Yeah.
that's 70s. But
So that just means I'm an old man.
yeah. Have
Yeah.
you seen The Thing? John Carpenter's The Thing.
Yeah. I've seen. My mom was a huge horror buff, so I had to go through all that too. Like she worked in a morgue. So,
All right.
Nice.
Return of the Living Dead must be awesome then.
yeah.
Don't throw
we,
up.
it was a lot of horror movies growing up. So.
Okay, so this one, Clooney is telling his brother, stop killing people, because they have a hostage. They go to a hotel. He leaves for 10 minutes to go get some food, comes back, and their hostage is dead. Because apparently she went crazy, according to Tarantino.
Yeah, you forgot the gas station scene.
Oh shit, I completely skipped over
The
it.
shop kind of sets the tone for the movie. It shows that pretty much I feel that, what is it, Seth and
Richie.
Richie is a liar, and he just wants to do some murdering, and Seth tries to keep him in line, but he can't because he's like, yeah, he mouthed that. He didn't mouth that, but he
help me.
wanted to
Yeah.
just fucking blow these people up for some reason. He's sadistic a little bit, I think.
He almost had me fooled. I almost was in my right mind to go back and rewatch that scene to see if the guy did mouth anything.
That's what I wanted to do, yeah. Same thing. But I was like, I'm too far in. I can't go back now. So
So
yeah.
after they kill the another Texas Ranger and the owner of the liquor store, they head to some shady motel down near the border.
No pool, no HBO, no nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Just a ratty place at the...
He is pissed because there's no triple channels.
That's right. The sick, pervy rapist is mad that he can't watch
Yeah.
porn.
I wouldn't want to share a room with him either. I mean,
No, absolutely not. And now they have the hostage, that woman. They even have her picture on the news, I think, at one point.
Seth gives this whole spiel about how his gun can talk faster than her and run faster than her.
His lines are so good in this. Every one that he delivers are fantastic.
He's definitely a good actor. George Clooney did a hell of a job. I think Tarantino did a good job for his role because, like you said, he was such a weak character in that movie. Yeah, definitely made you not like him.
The only my biggest gripe about this movie is that Selma Hayek is so hot, and she's like the head vampiress. Why she doesn't just get naked?
I think I had that on there.
I was like, wait. I know I've seen this before, and I was waiting, but I've only seen it. I've seen it before, but it's been so long. But it was great that I saw Scotty get exploded because I forgot that happened. And I was like, yeah, when kids get exploded, it's kind of cool because they don't really do that very often. It was like, yes.
What I didn't understand is, I know this is going back to the gas station scene, but whenever Seth and Richie were leaving the gas station, that's when the guy decided to shoot at them.
Seth goes to, what is he even going to do? I don't even know.
Does he
get
food?
Check
out the border and grab some burgers. So I think he was gone for a little bit longer. I think he said, because he asked the lady what time does it get dark around here, and she said at 8 o'clock. And I guess it was 6. So he might have been gone for a while. But yeah, he went to go look at the border to see if how many cops and stuff were there around. To devise a plan to get through.
And the hostage is dead. And Richie's like, well, she tried to escape. We know that that's not true. She had not struggled to this point.
And apparently he raped her?
He tried to rape her, and then I think she resisted, and he shot her, and he fucked her corpse.
I'll go with that.
Sounds right. Yeah, definitely.
He touched her body when she was dead. I'm 100% sure on that.
That scene when Clooney finds the body was awesome. I love how they would flash the murder scene just so quick you couldn't even tell. And then whenever Seth is yelling at Richie, you see the body and the blood on the wall in the background.
It's nice.
Yeah.
Have we met Harvey Keitel yet?
We're just about to.
Okay. Harvey Keitel and Juliette Lewis and some guy.
So we got some guy.
I don't know
the
who it
Asian
is.
son.
Yeah.
No, we don't know who it is. It's the Asian son. Scotty. We got Clooney. Harvey Keitel, good actor. Juliette Lewis is alright. I don't like her.
She's in a lot of 90s
I don't find her
movies.
attractive either,
No.
which is a
Natural
problem.
Born
But
that's the only thing she was pretty great in.
she can act.
Yeah. She isn't that good looking, I don't think.
Yeah,
No.
she's just not pretty.
But in every
She
movie
has
I've seen her in, men are after her. All the
Yeah.
time. I don't get it.
Cape Fear.
Natural Born Killers.
Yeah.
Yep.
She's in What's Eating Gilbert Grape. That's a great movie.
Yeah.
She's not hot or being sexy, but
Alright, so George Clooney
whatever.
pretty much...
Don't just shrug off What's Eating Gilbert Grape like it's nothing. It's pretty good. Johnny Depp, Leo is fantastic in that movie.
It's coming from a guy who... Spoiler alert, I don't like movies.
I don't like movies, but when I do, I'm passionate about them.
Okay, I won't shake it off. It's a good movie.
It's
Now,
pretty
George Clooney abducts Harvey Keitel's family. They're going to use the RV to get to Mexico.
Correct.
And his brother is going to stare at Juliette Lewis the entire ride.
He even has like a dream sequence where he's like, "Would you lick my pussy?" or something. She
I
says
don't
something
know
like
what she
that to
said,
him, and
but
he's
yeah.
like, "Hey, what you asked me earlier is like," and then they get interrupted. Thank God, because it was kind of awkward. You're like, man.
She's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, she's like,
One of the funniest moments is, where are we going? He goes, Mexico. What's in Mexico? And the guy says, Mexican.
yeah, so good. The writing's fantastic in
Yep,
this.
yep. Alright, so they get to the border, and Cheech Marin is there for the first time in the movie.
One of 3 times in the movie.
Yep. And climbs aboard, and they do a good job of hiding. So,
Yeah.
into Mexico
They're
they go.
pretty much on board. They're willing to take these 2 brothers across the border at this
Yeah,
point
they're like,
just to be
whatever.
safe. They're like,
Yeah.
yeah. And Harvey Keitel had lost his wife, we find out in a story, going to Mexico. George Clooney's kind of talking to him, trying to get to know the family. They just kind of shoot the breeze, actually, to make it less awkward as it can be for this family. And he finds out that Keitel's wife died, and he was a pastor, and now he's kind of given up on his faith, because why would God take my wife from me? So he's like, whatever. Let's go to Mexico, I guess.
Yeah,
I
why
have
the fuck
nothing
not,
to
man?
lose.
Yeah. So they go to, they get through the border, and they go to a place called the Titty Twister, which is...
Hey-o! Somewhere I'd go.
Yeah, absolutely. Cheech Marin comes out. Yeah, I have, in big letters,
Boobs! Yeah.
it's just a biker bar, and Cheech Marin comes out for the second time and starts yelling about the 7
All
million
sorts
kinds
of pussy. You can get all sorts of pussy.
Why you would want bloody pussy
Kinda my-
beyond me, but...
Velvet pussy, one of my favorites. And horse pussy. I don't know
Oh,
why
right,
it's on
right,
there,
right.
but you could get it.
And then the last one was apple pie pussy.
Yeah, that has to be delicious, I would assume.
And that's
Allergic
when
apples.
he gets clocked in the face.
Yep.
Ah. Why does he hit him here?
I don't know. Maybe just to be like, you're
Because
annoying the
he was
fuck out of
talking
me?
about, what's her face, Juliet Hanson, whatever her name is, the girl.
Yeah.
The
That's
sister.
right.
He was
Yeah.
That's what the apple pie was. Yeah, he was talking about her. So George Clooney.
Oh.
Knocked her out, knocked him out,
I
yeah.
wasn't even paying that much attention.
And, yeah, that's
Watch
when they
harder,
started-
Pilbara.
Listen,
What?
I was sick this day when I watched this. Monday I actually had a headache, but I was trying to
Fucking
get through 2
excuses,
movies,
man.
and then the other day I actually had off. I got through the other 2 movies. It was amazing though. I was wrapped up before Friday. Normally I'm up Saturday morning early trying to watch the movie before the fucking podcast.
That's what I was doing.
You know one
Yeah,
kid's
that's
tough.
the way to go.
You know one kid's tough? Try having 2 kids.
Nope.
It's twice as hard.
See, I'm not going to try to have 2
A
kids.
5-year-old and an 18-month-old.
Ugh,
Oh, so you know.
no way, guys.
I got a little over a 3-year-old and a 7-month-old. 7-month-old. I always throw year at the end of it. It's fun.
This is the quietest my house has been in forever.
All right, so they walk in, and they run into, and I'm ashamed here, guys. I'm embarrassed as fuck. I forgot what that guy's name was when he came on the screen. The bartender. It's Danny Trejo.
Oh, are you serious?
But I wrote down, that's,
I was like,
what
hey,
the hell's
Mikey,
his
get back
name?
in your cell, Mikey.
Yeah.
Don't make this hard on me.
Women can do stuff now. You're going to have to learn to live with it. So fights start breaking. This is an awesome bar.
Oh,
I would
yeah.
last 5 seconds in it, but the idea
Yeah,
of
me
being in
too.
it is...
You're gonna be with some tough ruffians, though.
But this scene makes me want to go to the bar and just get fucking trashed. They get some whiskey, they just start hammering it down.
Yeah, George Clooney's like, who's drinking with me? After, well,
I'm
there's
like,
this
I want
big...
to drink with you, George!
Wait, there's this big guy that pisses George Clooney off.
All
yeah.
right,
Who
right,
looks
right.
he looks like
God.
Mexican Wes. It looks like Wes from the show, doesn't it?
Wes
Like
from,
a big guy. It looks like Willard from Pieces, kinda.
Oh, okay. When
Yeah,
you say
like
Willard, it makes
White
sense.
gold, Wes.
I guess he kind of does. He just gives him like the cock eye, like looking at him, and finally,
Yeah. He's George
Harvey
Clooney's like,
Keitel's-
I don't like that guy. And
Harvey Keitel breaks him
Danny
up.
Trejo, remember Danny was like, oh, this is a biker and
yeah.
biker and a trucker bar.
Oh,
you guys
horrible.
aren't.
He has a CD1.
Yeah, I got a
License.
trucker's driver license.
Yeah.
And this is my crew, and they're drinking with me.
I'd have been like,
No one even believed you. I've been
Get
like,
out.
look at you.
Get out.
There's a nerd alert right now, Harvey Keitel, and it's you. You get out of this bar.
We have Savini, Tom Savini,
Oh, Sex Machine, Tom Savini, fantastic, right?
with his cock pistol.
Best
That shit
weapon
is so-
ever.
Yeah. So everybody's getting along now, which is good. And Salma Hayek comes out.
Who's gorgeous, by the way.
Amazing. She's really good looking in this every movie she's in.
That must be why I have Jesus fucking fuck.
Even Frida, with her unibrow, she's sexy somehow. Shouldn't be, but she is.
Because you're like, I can just imagine without the unibrow and everything would be fine.
Yeah, she was so hot, especially in the mid '90s.
Yep.
Oh
yep.
man,
I think
How
she
old
did.
is she now?
I imagine her to be about 28 to 30, but I
Sounds
don't know.
probably right. She did almost the exact same scene in Dogma. Came out and danced around like she didn't have a
Yeah.
snake and she wasn't pouring whiskey off her foot.
I'm
with
always
his
grossly
mouth.
inaccurate though. I thought our number
Wait.
2 fan Daniel was 37.
What's the deal with Tarantino's foot fetish. Did you guys notice that? The camera play in this fucking movie?
Yep.
I was okay with it. We had this discussion at work the other day. I would let Selma Hayek probably shit on me or do whatever she wanted to do whatever.
Jesus.
He's like, I wouldn't drink at her toes. I'm
no,
like, I would fucking
came
do
to
whatever she wanted.
I came to the conclusion that if I'm in Mexico at this point,
Licking this champagne out of her asshole.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah,
Yep.
if I was like, just out on a regular night, I probably wouldn't let somebody spit in my mouth. But
I would let her spit in my mouth on any night.
I guess.
If you're at the titty twister, you're definitely letting somebody spit.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
would
That's
let Selma
given
Hayek
the
spit in my mouth
circumstance.
if we were at church. I don't care.
I want to go to that church.
Yeah, me too.
Sounds like a good place. I want to go.
And if this movie never devolved into vampires, I would still have enjoyed it.
Yeah.
So far, it's been
still
really
good. That's what happens when you have good actors and a competent director,
Right.
which we never see on
No,
our
we don't.
podcast.
No, we do not.
Welcome to Just Another Horror Podcast. This is a good movie.
You just like saying that intro, don't you?
I love it.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorites.
You got more than one?
My girlfriend's probably going to be so mad at me when I go home.
You haven't drank that much.
I know, but she always just gets mad at me. No, you know what? I think I have a plan to get her not so mean. I'll stop at the way home to get presents for her or something.
Why are you muttering under your breath about this?
It doesn't need to air. Anyways. You ever have those thoughts
I'm gonna
about
have to listen
you ever
to it
have
3 or
those
4
thoughts about
times.
life where they just come out and you're
That's
just like,
true.
yeah,
Yeah, okay.
whatever.
Flowers.
Yeah.
I could buy a pistol and then I could just aim it into my
That's
mouth
right.
and blow my brains out.
Unless you're Joey Lawrence.
No,
I'm still alive!
Shoot twice.
That have you ever seen Rest Stop?
I haven't seen that one. Isn't it on Netflix right now?
I hope not.
Our podcast for Rest Stop is coming out soon. Watch it before you listen to it, but it's fucking bad, man. I'm gonna warn you right now, it's
You
bad.
might not want to watch it.
Just watch it though, because then you'll appreciate the podcast probably more for it, but it's bad. Spoiler alert, Cody, it's terrible.
Miners, 49ers, do that shit.
That
Oh, that
sounded
movie
so
was
awful.
I was hoping for so much from a terrible movie.
I was at the food shop last night, right? And I was telling these guys about your fucking podcast. You guys are probably having, I don't know if you guys can check how many listeners you got, but I was telling the guys about your podcast. And they're like, what, are you fucking serious? They love your ideas. So they think you sending out movies to guys are pretty cool. So hopefully you guys get a little bit more people requesting stuff.
Yeah.
Oh,
that'd be
we
great.
hope.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll listen to anything.
We got an old lady at work that just keeps bothering us about dumb shit like zombie beavers. And,
She's why we did Motel Hell.
yeah. We are at the part where it turns
Just
into a
another
horror
sidetracked
movie.
podcast.
Yeah, of course it is. We're at the part where it turns into a horror movie. Vampires start biting.
Selma Hayek turns into a.
No, Cheech and them come back because that guy's
Oh,
like,
they
"Whoop,
fight
whoop,
first.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And they stab the knife through fucking what's his face's hand.
Tarantino's hand on the table.
And there's a bunch of green shit all over it.
Yeah.
Not blood.
Which is such a-
Ooze.
I forgot he gets shot at the fucking diner or the what is that? The gas station.
Oh, he has that hole in his hand.
Yeah, he
Yeah, he has
does.
that
He does.
hole in his hand, the duct tape.
And they put the knife right through it. Yeah.
That's right.
Yep.
He definitely has a hole in his hand.
And Seth and Richie just tear the ape-looking guy and his little friend and the little fucking grimy Cheech up. They shoot him to hell. And then Salma sees Richie's hand bleeding and gets all hot and horny. I wish she looked at me like that.
Oh my god, yeah. I would cut myself probably if she wanted to lick my blood.
She attacks and more vampires show up and now heads are flying around
She
everywhere.
bites Richie on the neck.
Yep. Bye, Richie.
Yeah.
And then now it's chaotic.
Yeah.
It's-
It's just
there's
people getting
chaos.
killed all over the place.
The band starts playing the dead body.
That
and
dead
stuff.
body guitar is the sexiest guitar I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I would love to see them take that to pawn shops and Rick be like,
I'll give you 15.
let me get my
15
guitar
bucks.
expert down here.
Let me get my
See
body
what that
guitar
meat
expert,
guitar's
yeah.
worth. Well, I'll probably give you $5,000 for it. I can sell it for $12,000, but
Savini does a backflip here.
Probably some of his best moves ever.
Yeah. Danny Trejo is a vampire, and
This is one of my
Fred
gripes.
Williamson is hanging out there.
This is one of my only gripes with the movie too. Is like the vampires are all like kind of doing their own different thing. There's no conformity except at the end when they all look identical when like Cheech Marin shows up for the third time right after they get out of the place. Those vampires all look the same. But when we're going through the transformation, like Selma Hayek's a CGI lizard kind of looking vampire thing, and then like the big
Fred Williamson.
Danny Glover knockoff.
Fred
Knockoff. He turns into like this big burly black guy that's face is kind of just a little distorted, and Trejo's face and Tarantino's face kind of look like the guy from The Mask.
Yeah.
His face is like it's got the way it's shaped kind of looks so. But other than that, and that's a pretty bad gripe because vampires can do whatever they want pretty much because they're.
Well, another thing that I was like curious about too, like the change time, because every single person has a different change time. Like you get bitten, and every
It might
person
take
changes.
2 minutes or an hour.
Because Richie
Yeah,
just
Keitel fights. You know, he gets bit, goes back to the room, fights some vampires off before he changes.
Yeah. The black guy just gets hit, and then he's already changed.
Yep.
But he deserves to get bit too, because he was just bragging too much about him taking out the Viet Cong army.
Oh, he rips out
stabbing and doing.
That shit did.
Oh, yeah, the heart thing. Holy shit.
Oh,
That's amazing.
That was good. There's a lot of good fight sequences through the...
Clooney shoots that fucking chandelier, and it crushes.
Selma.
It says, I already had a wife.
Yeah.
Because
he's got a quirky one-liner.
Doesn't want to eat shit off her foot.
Yeah, he's like, I'll make you lick shit off my boot. God, that accent. Oh.
Yeah. I licked bird shit once for $2, so I probably...
For Christ's sakes.
You know, there's no depth to my disgustingness.
Okay, so Savini gets bit during all
By
this.
the way, there is a crimpy-haired vampire in this who's got probably
We've been talking about this.
little bee-boobs. 10 out of 10 on her body. It is just fantastic.
So Savini gets bit, and they're all talking about how in vampire movies...
Yeah, they even bring up Peter Cushing, I believe.
Yep. They can't figure out the best way to do it. So they suggest that Jacob become a Bible guy. And, yeah.
Well, Clooney's like, all this shit, and then I think Jacob punches him in the head. And he's like, I'm not mocking you. We actually need you
to be a Bible guy.
To help us here because how do you fight the devil? With God.
By the way, Savini's name is Sex Machine. We found that out.
And he has a dick gun. Yeah, he's great in this movie.
Yep.
He's absolutely. What was he in? Maniac?
Maniac.
Let me get a little bit. Oh, you got 3 shirts on, Savini? Well, I guess you would probably be sweating and hot in the back of the car.
Yeah, I shouldn't be wearing a hoodie over top of my sweatshirt when I'm having sex.
We get a little more comfortable by taking this off and showing you some more clothes.
But I'm sure she's like, oh, that's fine. Just stop.
Yeah, I don't want to see your man boobs, Savini. Keep that on.
So Savini is tired of hearing Fred Williamson's story about Vietnam and turns into a vampire and attacks him.
Yeah.
So...
What do they... I think they go through what do they know about vampires, and Scott's like, crosses. We can take any 2 wooden items, and they become crosses, which is good. I think when the whole spiel and George Clooney's like, any holy water, any water we have here, if you bless it, now it becomes a weapon. So get your faith back, preacher. It's time to fucking go.
Wait, has Clooney already taken out Richie?
I don't think yet. It's coming. If
no,
not,
he did.
But
He did.
Yeah, he did. It was
It
was before the black guy changed and the Savini was jumping.
We miss a lot normally. You know that, right?
My notes are horrible.
That was a sad moment.
Yeah, it was.
Because,
but I thought he was going to be...
Savini was about to shoot Tarantino, and Clooney gets a gun, and he's like, don't you fucking touch him.
Yep.
He's like, he's not your brother. And he goes, I'll be the judge of that, or something like that. And he's
I thought he was going to go
get
that
the
route.
fuck away.
Yeah.
And Keitel's like, that's not your brother. And he's like, whatever.
That'd be so funny if Keitel talked like that the whole movie.
That's not your brother. He talked like Mickey from Rocky. He's like, get up, you son of a bitch, because Mickey loves you. Oh.
So yeah, he kills his brother, who's a vampire, and Then a bunch of shit happens that we already talked about because we did it out of order.
We always do it out of order.
Typical. Now they find some catacombs behind the bar, and Keitel, I think, gets bit, right?
He gets thrown behind the bar, and they have to like leave him in the room because now the bats have got in, and there are like 50 to 100 vampires in this bar area, which is probably not good.
Nope.
Yeah, the black guy throws sex machine through the door.
Yep. And all
that's what opens it all up.
Manhandles them.
All right, and they go into the back and they're looking for guns because apparently this has been going on for a long time. Truckers
How
show
long
up.
has this been going on? That's what I want to know.
Well, that's
like
an
how
Aztec
long can
temple,
you? Yeah, there is
so-
an Aztec temple in the back, but But how long could this possibly be going on without people knowing that? Oh, my friend went to this bar called the Titty Twister. They never came back.
Do you think there are actually people
Dude,
talking about?
Mexico. What happens in Mexico stays in Mexico.
I heard Toby Keith sing a song about that once.
Yeah.
Is there any truth behind that? I've never been to Mexico.
Toby Keith listeners?
Neither have I.
Toby Keith listeners, let us know. What happens down in Mexico? Does it stay in Mexico? Have you ever heard that song?
No.
No, it's a real song. I'm
No,
not
I
being
haven't.
stupid. I'm not being facetious right now.
It's true. I used to live in Texas.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're telling me. That place has nothing.
Do you like sports?
A little bit. Football, that's only about it.
That's not the only sport, but that's alright. You live in California. Hockey, you probably don't like.
The Dallas Stars. The Dallas Stars won a cup once. A long time ago.
I think maybe someone from the Dallas Stars, Jason Spezza, helped me win $15 in DraftKings last night, so that's cool.
You won $15.
Yeah,
How much have you spent on DraftKings?
that's neither here nor there.
That is for another show.
That's just another sports gambling podcast.
Gamblers Anonymous podcast. Yeah.
Just another addiction.
That's right.
All right, so they're in the back. They're looking through these boxes, and Harvey Keitel takes out a shotgun and puts a stick through it.
Yeah, he's by himself now, surrounded by 50 vampires.
But he uses that cross to back his way in. And he goes back to where George Clooney and them are, and George Clooney asks if he's bit, and he's like, I'm dead. He's like, I'm already dead. So they just decide they're going to just kill as many of these fucking things as they can. That's pretty much...
Well, he has a heart-to-heart with Scotty and... What's her name? Kate?
Yeah.
Scotty and Kate, and he's like, when I turn, I'm no longer me, you have to kill me. And it takes a while, but they say, alright, we'll fucking kill you.
Yep. So they head out and start just firing away on these motherfuckers. Kate's got a crossbow, and the other kid has...
I get it, there'd be a lot of stuff back there. But they get
Who's
a lot.
transporting crossbows?
They get a lot of special weapons also back there that may just have been lurking in the.
George Clooney puts a
The
giant.
condoms are the best thing.
Yeah.
Holy water.
Yep. George Clooney gets a drill, puts a stake in it.
Yeah, how he made that whole thing, I don't know. But you know what? It's okay. How did Jason Voorhees make all that shit in Part 7 in the woodshed? When he killed Bernie with that makeshift.
I'm sure he just picked it up off the wall.
The makeshift weed eater?
Jason didn't make a weed eater.
That thing was not a real weed eater, though. It was, like, specialized.
You take the... Let's get technical for a second here.
Technicalized weed eating.
You take the string off, and you put a different head on. That's all he did.
That head was
It was a
not,
blade. It was a saw blade.
That
You used it
head
to
was
cut
not
wood.
indigenous with that weed eater.
You mean, like, native to the land?
Yes.
Oh. Are you being facetious?
I'm always being
Jesus
facetious.
Christ. Okay. Who's a rat dog? Tom Savini's a rat dog.
By the way, we missed my favorite part of the movie.
Which is?
Where it is, we missed the battle between 4 sexy, naked women and knockoff Glover. What's his name?
Fred Williamson.
Fred Williamson, not Trejo, Savini, Keitel, and Clooney. They all spike them on like this table, and it's great, and they're naked.
Clooney fucking headbutts the bitch.
That's the. I
Yep,
think that's
yep.
the sexy woman too, with the best
Yeah.
bod around.
Then they got that other one with the belly where he pops two bullets in the kneecaps.
This movie was. This is good.
The action in this movie is great.
Yep.
It is.
What's so cool is it started out really well, and it only continued to get better. As it
If
went.
you didn't pick Rest Stop for like before that we
well-
watched this time, it would have been like a really good.
But you have to have that.
We
one.
had like a T-bone steak with 3 movies, and then we had like rotten peas on the side with Rest Stop. It was like,
You
and you
have to
had
do
to
that,
finish
though.
your plate because I had to watch Rest Stop, so it's like I couldn't just leave that.
I mean, we were originally gonna do what? Terror Tunnel or whatever tunnel,
Death Tunnel.
Death Tunnel, and
Dr.
Dr.
Gore.
Gore, and we did a complete 180 from that. So
Yeah, I guess, but you know.
All right, so Savini turns into a rat dog. I just really want to get to this rat dog. It looks like something out of Dead Alive.
Yeah, what happened? It was Savini's head got decapitated and his body turned into that rat dog.
I remember the transformation wasn't that bad though. It was a pretty cool transformation.
Yeah, it wasn't terrible.
Like his hands come out of the rat doll's hands come out of the hands all crazy and shit.
But after watching American Werewolf in London, that transformation is, and
Tops.
that's 15 years prior.
Yeah. Well,
Which
you got to
looks-
work with the technology you have sometimes. I mean, you could go back, but it
What
actually
the-
takes longer to do the old kind of ways to do it, and that's why it's not cheaper, but it's faster to do it with CGI. So
And I know, but it just looks.
I thought the
most
rat
of
dog
the
looked
time.
good.
The rat dog did look good.
Yeah.
Though.
I have make 'em sing for their supper. Should have put that in our top 10 lines. That was cool.
But,
You're just looking at me like, what the fuck are
Where?
you talking about?
I didn't pick up that line.
Make 'em sing for their supper.
Make them sing for their supper.
Yeah, she says, should I use the last bullet on myself? And he says, no, shoot the last one that tries to bite you. Make them sing for their supper.
I'm sorry I didn't write that line down.
Well, what the fuck are you doing?
Apparently. At least I'm here. Look at our other co-host.
That's true.
He's gone.
Ben is once again gone.
He's probably doing his other podcast right now. That Can I
Son
say
of a
that?
bitch. No, you can't say that.
You have
can
to
say
bleep it out.
Fuck.
But you can
Joyce.
say sucks a big fat cock,
Yeah.
and that's fine. Yeah.
What if you say sucks a big fat black cock? Would that be bleeped out?
It's no, because the black
Don't know.
barnacle is
The black barnacle has a
bigger than
bigger
the white
dick than the white
barnacle.
barnacle.
White Gold did his research, right?
Yeah,
We don't know
he
for
knows
sure.
for sure.
He doesn't know.
He
for
spent a
sure,
year in the
maybe.
Bahamas checking out barnacle dicks. And he came back and told us on our horror show for
I
some
hope that's-
reason. So they're fighting all these vampires, and there's like light coming in, similar to Near Dark, and it's burning them. So they start firing
Sort of
holes.
like Near Dark, except they
It's actually hurting them.
don't catch on fire.
It's actually
in Near Dark.
hurting them.
How? Okay. Again, Cody.
He actually got the Near Dark one, so he can actually relate to this.
You've seen Near Dark, The Lost Boys, From Dusk Till Dawn, and what's the other one that we like? Fright Night. Have you seen Fright
Oh,
Night?
yeah.
Where would you put those in order from 1 to 4?
Well, you guys already know which one number one's gonna be.
Yeah.
No, From Dusk Till Dawn.
Yeah, and the second one,
Near Dark.
I might have to say The Lost Boys.
Okay.
I like that. I was bashing it earlier, but I fucking love it. That's a great movie too.
Well, when you probably do the same thing I do. When you're comparing it to From Dusk Till Dawn, in your opinion, it may teeter that much off because they're both vampire movies and.
You know, all four of us have different choices. Yeah.
Yeah.
You said From Dusk Till Dawn, mine's Fright Night, yours is Lost Boys.
But I don't rate them that way.
No, I'm not saying you rate them that way, but I'm saying all four of us have a different number one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Near Dark shouldn't be anybody's number one.
Near Dark should not be anyone's number one.
God damn
right?
it, Ben. All right.
Fright Night, I think the more I watch it, would probably move up. I've only seen it like twice, and I feel like
It's a fun movie.
that movie is gonna be more fun to me the more times I watch it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
The vampires are getting killed by the light.
Yeah, it's the epic vampire battle at the end, and it's,
Cheech
Which
Marin
those
shows up.
vampires, all these vampires are the same, and they look fucking cool.
they do look cool.
They look great.
They look like 1988, the unnameable,
I
sort
was
of, with the
gonna say.
texty skin.
I thought you were
That
just gonna
is
pick a
like
random year.
they have the wings, the skin, and the boobs that doesn't really have a nipple. It's just fleshy boob things. Yeah, they look cool.
Absolutely.
Oh, and fucking Scotty already got fucking blew him up.
Yes, by the way, this point gets an
They kill a
extra
kid!
point for killing Scotty. They explode him.
Yep.
Yes.
I don't know what it is, but whenever they manage to kill a kid in a horror movie and don't care.
By the way, we're gonna
That's
one
a
day
point.
we're gonna have to watch Beware Children at Play just so we can watch kids get murdered. That sounds terrible, but we have kids and we don't really mean it, so we just want to like watch them get murdered.
When a movie pushes it that far, that's what I like. When it's like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, guess what?
Yeah.
We're gonna slit this 12-year-old's throat. It looks terrible, but it's just a movie, so it doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
All right, so they walk out because Cheech and his two drug runners kick the door open, and all
Everyone
the vampires
catches
die.
on fire, right?
Yep, they all catch on fire. And Cheech is here again, and he says
Third time's a charm.
one place is just as good as another.
Yeah, and Seth Gecko, was it Gecko? Something, the Gecko brothers?
The Gecko brothers.
He's like, have you ever even been to this place? He's like, no, I haven't. What? And he punches him in the face, I think, and he's just like, and then what's even funnier though is that he's like, Richie just died in there because you fucking chose this place, and they're like arguing the percentage on when he gets there, and he's like, does he say maybe 15 or
He
20
says
early?
20, and when they shake, he says
It's 25. It
Yeah.
ends up being. It's just like that last comic relief that you need at the end of this movie. Because, yeah, all this shit happened. And even with Juliette Lewis, she's just like, I guess I gotta
I'm
leave
gonna really
Mexico
go home
and,
now.
yeah.
Bye!
Bye. See ya.
All right, and they back up, and it's a Mayan temple.
Yeah, it's like Montezuma was there, I
There's
think.
trucks
in
buried all over the place.
1547.
Okay, we'll start with you, Cody. What do you give this?
Man, yeah, I think I'm gonna go probably a 9. A 10 out of 10 is a lot for me. I think I'm gonna do a 9 out of 10. It's a great movie. I love it. There's a couple flaws. I think the character relationship and everything, they explain everything really good. I like the way the vampires are. 9 out of 10.
All right, Cobra?
I'm going to give this an 8 out of 10. I agree. The acting in it's fantastic, and that helps horror movies out tremendously, actually. Like, The Shining would have been probably pretty boring and blasé without Jack being there, like, delivering all that. And this movie, George Clooney's so good in it. Harvey Keitel's good in it. And you have this family that's kind of disheveled because they lost their mom, and the dad's like, I lost my faith. And George Clooney kind of brings him back, which is really weird because he abducted him and his family, and he's taken him to Mexico. He brings him back to his faith. But then you have to see them fight these vampires in the end. And they're like, we don't believe in vampires, but I believe what's happening right now, and this shit it's real.
Yep.
So we gotta just fucking, what do we know? Let's make crosses, holy water, and fucking fight these vampires because that's all we know about them. And it's funny, it's well acted, it's got boobs, it's an 8 out of 10.
Yep, I gave it the same thing, 8 out of 10. When the bit parts are just as good as the main actors and the main players, you got a good movie. It's well directed. I don't know much of Robert Rodriguez's
I just know that and the
directing.
faculty.
Acting, great. It was shot terrific. I don't know. I don't really have a whole lot to say. I loved it.
Yeah,
It was a
it's
lot of
good.
fun. I'm a huge fan of George Clooney, so. All right. That's it, right?
I think so. You can find us at
Where can you find us?
write us at horrorcastings@gmail.com. That's horrorcastings with an S. You can find us on iTunes. Give us that 5-star rating. Stitcher.com.
Go.
Podomatic.
More.
Horror Punks?
Oh, we are? Okay.
We don't even mention that
I've
anymore.
never
I don't
mentioned
even
them.
know. I've never been to Horror Punks.
I've been there once. I don't know what they have. Horrorpunks.com, everybody. We're there. Facebook.com/horrorcasting.
I think Stitcher's the best. It sounds the best.
I can't get it to work at work, but if you can get Stitcher
No,
to work.
I can't get it to work at work either.
Yeah.
Podomatic is the only place that works at work.
Yep.
Podcast.
And-
Work at your work.
What?
Podcast addict.
Podcast Addict.
Podcast
Yeah,
Addict. You can find us on Podcast Addict. Way to go.
All right.
Way to go. All right, that's going to do it for this week. Thanks to Cody. That was
Thanks
fun.
to you guys.
Hey,
All right.
have a good... What is it? What time is it there? Still in the morning, huh?
It's 11:05 a.m.
Yeah. Did you crack a beer yet?
No, I just drank an energy drink. Getting real crazy.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah.
All right, everybody. Catch you next week.